Hey guys, it's Seabro here. In this video I'm going to explain to you the 8 steps that everybody should be doing when they flank. Step 1. Ask yourself, should you flank? Look at each team's composition. Flanking is often a great way to get value in Overwatch, but if you are Genji with Moira Lucio hills and you are up against a Torb McCree, then things are already not looking great. Also ask yourself, can you win without flanking? Flanking is often fairly dangerous. If you already have a big advantage, then that might be reason enough not to flank. Step 2. Communicate intentions. Tell your team that you are going to flank. This is important because you don't want your team to engage whilst you aren't in position, and your teammates might be able to aid you in your flank. Mercy might pocket you, Ash might support you with a dynamite, Moira might throw an orb, Zen might get in position to harmony orb you. Do not make your life more difficult than it needs to be. You don't want to be in a position where you're fighting a 1v6 or 5v6. Step 3. Rotate. Move to the location that you want to flank. The route you take should be a safe one and not one where you can get punished. For example, on the first point of Numbani, if you go under the hotel as Genji on attack, then that's more risky than going around long. Whilst they may end up roughly at the same place, long is safer for Genji because it's open, so it's hard to get punished by AoE abilities, and it's easier for your team to support you. Step 4. Communicate again. Tell your team that you are in position. Since you told them that you were flanking, they have probably been waiting to engage. Let them know that you are ready and in position. This should be a dead giveaway that you want them to push now. Step 5. Timing. This is the biggest mistake I've seen DPS make when flanking at any rank. When you flank, you need to wait until a good opportunity arises. If you jump in too early when your team isn't pushing, the enemy team will be fighting you almost definitely at a 6v1. If you jump in too late, then your team will probably die fighting a 5v6. You want to engage as your team is engaging, and ideally, you don't want to show yourself to the enemy. The best flanks are surprises. Step 6. Execution. This is where you get the value out of the flank. Make sure to focus on one target rather than switching between multiple targets. Your flank should have an aim. It might be to assassinate a healer to put pressure on the enemy Reinhardt, force transcendence. Maybe it's to hack an enemy. Whilst just existing behind the enemy will get you value, having a clear goal and executing that goal will give you much more value and will help you win more games. Step 7. Getting to safety. Flanking heroes often have a trouble sustaining their flanks. Unless you have a pocket healer, you are usually not going to be able to exist for very long behind the enemy team, so you will need a get out plan. And this will depend on what hero you are playing, but regardless, the get out plan should go back to safety. For heroes like Reaper or Genji, that probably involves wraithing or dashing back to your team where you can get heals whilst continue to aid the team. For Tracer or Sombra, it might be jumping to a health pack and continue putting pressure from an angle. Step 8. Troubleshooting. If the flank didn't work and your team lost the fight, ask yourself, why? I was reviewing a high plat low diamond Genji who flanked every fight, but his support didn't get in position to aid his flanks and the enemy had a hands-on Pharah. He would just constantly get in a position to flank, take a shot from either DPS, and then just be forced to return back to his team. And this happened over and over again. And this isn't just for flanking. After team fights, you should be reviewing what you just did and asking yourself, what should I do next team fight? To get good at flanking or Overwatch in general, you need to be constantly questioning your decisions. And that's it. That's the 8 steps to any flank. You might think that you are doing all of these steps, but honestly review your last game where you flanked and use this as a checklist on how to improve. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I appreciate all of you for watching my videos. Thank you so much for spending time checking out my content. If you have any questions, just chuck them in the comments below and I will see you next time.